It's so bad I've never listened to it from start to finish, and I dare you to try it. The Halloween party yesterday was crazy. It went so long that I just got back when it was bright again outside. I had way too many drinks, way too little sleep. Let's see if my second cup of coffee will help me. Plans for today: getting ready, doing something with Vanessa and trying to cure my hangover. And we all know what this means. It's of course time for the next edition of Hangover Story Time. I feel already a million times better after taking a shower, and it's really nice that you can now take your iPhone with you and listen to music. So today it's time for the story behind the worst track that was ever created. The track is really so bad, I think no one will ever listen to it from start to finish. You can check out the track on my SoundCloud page. I will put the link down below, and let me know how far you got listening to it. I will try to listen to it, but I will maybe make it 20 seconds or a minute, but no more. It starts already off with a lot of white noise and weird sounds. That's so bad. 17 seconds in and I'm having a headache. Okay, I have to skip a bit. It's just weird sounds that do not make any sense. It's so bad. There's just so much wrong about it. Okay, that's enough. So the story behind this track is like 4 or 5 years ago. I applied for a music production school, not because I wanted, just my parents kind of forced me, talked me into it to have at least a degree in something. I dropped out of college to make music full time. They didn't really like it, although they're both artists themselves. But to make them the favor, I applied for this university. So I applied and sent them my music. I got a letter back a couple of months later that said that my music isn't enough art, it's too commercial. And at that time I didn't even do what I'm doing right now with vocals, guitars and chords and all that stuff. I made way more underground Berlin style music. I was a bit upset by this, but since I was already making music for a living, I didn't really care a whole lot about it. But just for fun, I applied in the next year and tried a different approach. Just for fun, I created this piece of music that I consider one of the worst tracks that was ever made. I tried to make it weird, I tried to make it not commercial, I just did something that is really super strange. I made it in just 20 minutes. I broke every rule I know. The tempo is shifting and drifting. There are just gaps in it. There are weird noises, the melodies, the harmonies, everything is wrong about it. And you know, I had so much fun creating it, just thinking the entire time about how 5 to 10 people will sit in a room and really listen to it and consider it as an application for university made me laugh the entire time. I was just thinking about how they would argue, is this art? Is it art enough? Wow, what did he do here? Or how crazy is this guy? So just a whole lot of fun. Guess what happened? They seriously invited me over. Oh, it's so fun just thinking about that, how they sit there and argue. Wow, this is so, I don't know. So these people have really to be crazy. I wrote them back that I'm not interested. I told them that I just did it out of fun and I'm not interested in working together with people that consider this as art, and rejected my previous stuff that I really care about and invited me over for a piece of music that is just shit. I think this entire story is a funny example about this whole debate. Is music art? Which kind of music is art? Is this kind of music more art than another kind of music? And I don't want to get too deep into this discussion. I just think every kind of music is art. Some of it I like more, some of it I like less, and for another person this might be totally different. That's the nice thing about art, it's perceived by every person differently. So feel free to check out this track. I called it SSSODS, just a random name. I'd love to hear from you if you consider this art or not, and what kind of music you consider it art. And also don't forget to let me know how long you could listen to this track. I made it to 1 minute 40, that's all I could handle. Ciao! I have only one rule in life, and this is to go outside at least once a day. No matter how hungover I am, how bad I feel, how sick I am, there's just no way I'm staying for an entire day at home. This just feels like a wasted day in my life, even if it's just for buying 11 euros worth of snacks. I of course just bought the best stuff, salt and vinegar chips, Twix, gemischte Tüte, as we call it in Germany, and my favorite Nutella. It's time for a normal healthy dinner, then the snacks, and of course not all of them. They're for a couple of days. Done with dinner, done spending quality time with Vanessa, which basically means on hangover day like this, just watching some TV shows. So one or two quick thoughts to the video from yesterday where I was talking about copycat producers. What I forgot to mention or to clarify is that when you're starting out as a producer, it's totally fine just to copy other people to learn techniques and to see what you actually like. When you're a young music producer and you just start out, of course you haven't found a style, and of course it's totally fine to start by just copying your favorite music. That's actually the easiest way to learn. That's the same with learning an instrument. You first learn to play other people's music and then you learn to make your own. It's also totally fine to be inspired by other music, trying to copy certain elements or techniques. I was yesterday just talking about those people that look at the top 3 of the Beatport charts and just try to make exactly the same thing, and half a year later they do the same again and try to copy again the top of the charts and change their style by quite a lot just to adapt to whatever is hot. I think this entire approach to making music leads nowhere. Just keep on doing what you like and you will eventually succeed. Also, don't really worry too much about finding your style. For a long time I tried it kind of to force a style and just to restrict myself to certain sounds, samples and synthesizers. But a lot of people that I asked, they told me I have a style, they recognize my music immediately. So don't worry about it, you probably already have a style and you don't know it. It's really hard to listen to your own music with the distance that someone else is listening to. If you have produced it, you work countless hours on it and you know every part by heart, so you can't listen to it with fresh ears as someone else is doing. Now it's time to finish these emails, get some sleep. Tomorrow is another exciting day in the studio.
So, schau mal. Nein, zurück, danke dir.
Besten Dank. Ciao. Ciao.